Good evening and welcome back.
Well, we'll not when you start throwing.
Week 3, day 5 of the Online Darts Live League, brought to you in association with iGame Media and Red Dragon. This is the final session of Group C, the Cox up against Fallon Sherrock. In our final game yesterday, and it was Lee who took the win 4-2. In fact, he won 3 of his 4 matches. Fallon winning just 1 of her matches. That was against Corrine and Hammond. We'll see.
It's Lee throwing first. Ben what?
Good game.
Lee's only defeat of the night coming to the hands of James Richardson, 4-0. And James Richardson's only defeat coming at the hands of Corrine Hammond,
60.
4-1. So the table at the moment, James on top because of +6 in legs.
81.
Lee Cox in second on 6 points, Matty Dennant on third on 4 points, and Corrine and Fallon both on 2 points.
100.
The tops the overall table after this evening will join Mike Warburton, Colin Osborne and Ben Hazel. Will be
85.
Josh McCarthy. The final match shootout this afternoon. That final will be on at 9:30 tomorrow evening.
97.
Before that, at 6 o'clock, myself and Phil Bars on the Online Darts YouTube channel, which I know a lot of you watch the action. We'll be
96.
throwing the chat open, discussing the week's action, previewing the final and looking ahead to next week's Premier League. And we also want your input, who you'd like to see in the live leagues over the next few months.
60.
44 for me. You did have a 160 out last night.
$96.
Highest average of the night last night was a
83.
100.20 from James Richardson against Fallon. Lee popped in with a couple of 92 plus averages.
8.
Double 8
56.
tops. The left tops, just in case.
Into
Lee Cox takes the opening leg in 20 darts. Only a hole to throw. Fallon to throw first in leg number 2. Fallon, of course, famed for that incredible run to the last 32
61.
of the PDC World Championships in 2020, the first lady player to do so. Ted Evitts and Mensa Sulovic before losing out to Chris Dobie. Of course, she's a former Women's World Championship finalist in 2015 and made the final of the
56.
Women's World Masters in 2014, won the BDO World Trophy in 2018. Winner of over
180.
20 women's world ranking titles. First 180 of the match goes to Lee.
81.
He started getting involved a few years ago after he was the
180.
designated driver, and then when he arrived one night the teams were short, the Super League side was short, and they said, "Do you want to play?"
58.
say the rest is history. Went on and got picked for county, and now is the London county captain.
37.
Many enjoyable year playing down there at London.
$85.
Possible. 13 dart leg here, courtesy of those 180s. It's a long way inside. That's the double five. And that's a 14 dart breaker throw. Strong start here from Lee Cox. Almost feel it's a must-win leg for Fallon here.
On 40.
Found it tough going this week for Fallon. We've seen glimpses of her undoubted talent, of course.
100.
In the week, had a couple of big averages.
$100.
Got his average now approaching the mid-90s.
100.
Did play in Q School this year.
55.
Given a few half decent performances along the way. Very inexperienced, of course, and has never played in this environment before.
Oh my God. 26.
106 for a 15 darter and a 3-0 lead.
3.
And hits the double 18 on the 106. Winning legs of 20, 14 and 15 now for Lee Cox. Leads 3-0. Fallon has the darts here. Possible 4 legs remain. She has to win them all.
Oh, give over. 65.
70.
Great time for ladies darts, of course, with Lisa Ashton becoming the first lady player to secure a tour card, and she became the first lady player to an average of over 100
60.
at the recent UK Open.
$43.
She also had a few very good runs in the Pro Tours, in the Winter
99.
Series. Taking some big scalps along the way.
140.
God, I don't have to play it for me dinner.
Ah, 41.
Not a chance for Fallon to try and get something out of this match.
$60.
$59.
$80 left. No reason to go for tops.
80.
With Lee on 172, even though she hit it accidentally to leave 2 10s. Just playing safe.
95.
It's a sign that she's not massively confident right now.
Into.
And that is a holder throw for Fallon, and she eventually gets a chalk on the board. That'll certainly make her feel a little bit better. Still got it all to do, of course, as Lee has the throw in this leg.
$100.
We'll need the 2 breaks of throw. So she really is up against it.
60.
$59.
$180.
Welcome back. Third 180 of the match. Is this going to be the fourth?
140.
2-1 in the 180 column to Lee Cox.
180.
Back to back 180s for Fallon. Has had a 10 darter this week.
Oh wow.
Possibility here of an 11, but more importantly, it's a break of throw. Should be. Oh, she shouldn't be going anywhere near the 16.
21 left.
Fortunately, Lee on 162. Should have really been going for a treble 10 there, Fallon. With Lee not on a finish, she hit the 16. She wouldn't have been wanting to go for the ball.
105.
A little bit of pressure now on this 21. It's a race to 4, remember, best of 7, double 8.
Into.
And she finds the double 8. Matches the best leg of this match so far, a 14 dart break of throw. Well, a holder throw here, and it could become squeaky bum time for Lee Cox. Two apiece in the 180 column.
$60.
It's just gone off the boil. Fallon's got to continue to hit him hard.
58.
Just add to the frustration.
66.
Needs to get that first dart just up a little bit. Everything's low at the moment. Indication either holding the dart too tight, just too much tension on
100.
the throwing arm. And now she finds herself 52 adrift in a leg she started. Well, that's taken care of that. Her points have been whitlocked, so there's no chance
100.
of that falling out.
$80.
Are we going all the way? Again, a little low.
57.
Does leave a finish, leaving herself so much to do.
$85.
Could have been worse. Again, just can't generate that lift on the first dart.
98.
So, 110 to to wrap it up 4-2. Has had a 106 in leg 3. Going to get a dart, a double 16.
78.
Long way off the middle of the double. 72 should be 48. Should go on at 12 for the 20, and that's the danger of going that way. It becomes a blocker, but she finds the double top, and it is a 18 dart hold of throw for Fallon. She's won 3 on the spin, and she's well back in this one. This is the last leg, and Lee has the throw. It's actually a 21 dart hold in the end. Matters not.
135.
3 apiece. Deciding leg. And a really good start from Lee Cox.
134.
That's a great cover shot from Fallon. Usually such a strong area of her game.
140.
This is more like it.
125.
This is a great last leg, considering how edgy the match started. And a couple of 14 darters in there, a 15 darter. Minimum requirement really. There's 2 big trebles,
98.
both on a finish after 9 in the deciding leg. 69 left. Ooh.
87.
May only get 1 dart at the double off that 62. 72 leaves 72.
60 left.
Correct. Treble 10 for double 16. So I'm just going to get 1 dart at tops. Oh, that'll hurt. A 15 dart hold of throw. Fallon fought back really well there and denied an opportunity at the 60, but it's Lee Cox who takes another 2 points, and we're going to be back in a few moments with Corrine Hammond up against James Richardson. and welcome back to match number 2 of 10 this evening of this Group C. Corrine Hammond, 39, resides in Portsmouth, originally from Australia, up against James Richardson from Rushden. Of course, burst onto the scene back in 2011 when he thumped Raymond van Barneveld in the last 64 of the PDC World Championships, 3-0. Prior to match 1, James Richardson was top of the table on 6 points. He now is in second.
It's Corrine throwing first. Game on.
After Lee Cox defeated Fallon Sherrock in a real tight one. Going out in 15 darts, sitting tops with his last dart, with Fallon waiting on 60.
100.
This is a rematch of last night, which was the only defeat James Richardson was on the end of all night. Colin Hammond averaged 91.44 in that 4-1 victory over James. Very, very impressive performance.
41.
Corrine, a runner-up in the World Masters and the World Championships in 2017. So, winner of the British Open, the Czech Open, the German Masters, and the Isle of Man Classic.
80.
Fallon back in action in our next match. She'll be facing Dennant. Slow start from Dennant last night, but going in the end,
40.
winning his final 2 matches 4-2 and 4-1.
62.
Uh, 84.
56, plays 59, but the 59's for a break of throw.
19.
56, Corrine for a break of throw.
36.
Best run for James Richardson in the PDC World Championships was 2018, where he had a run to the last 16.
First out.
That is a break of throw in the end for James Richardson. He's out for revenge. Certainly won't want repeat James to throw first in leg 2. 16 dart, break of throw for James.
Ton.
Here's another one for you. Vilnius yesterday, which is the capital of Lithuania. James
97.
Richardson in 2016 won the International Open Vizcaya. A few of you guess where that is.
Ton.
$100.
$81.
85.
$81.
There's a few places, but I presume it's the Vizcaya in Spain.
97.
I'll have to check that one with James. Fairly random thing to win in a fairly random place. I was going for somewhere like Poland.
99.
So tops after 15. Went out in 16 in leg 1. Oh, that's unfortunate. Needed at least the 18 to start that combination. 4 18s and ball.
44.
So tops for 2-0.
First out.
And yet again, it's a 16 dart leg for the Vizcaya Open champion, James Richardson. He leads 2-0. Very much like Fallon. It almost feels like a must-win hold a throw now for Corrine Hammond.
$83.
Named Ruthless is James Richardson. And his walk-on music,
96.
Fat Les Vindaloo, and he does love a Vindaloo. Been involved this week with his son, who unfortunately
140.
couldn't pick up enough points to progress to tomorrow night's final. Highlight of the week, 3-all against Josh.
45.
And he hits a 9-darter against his boy after his boy with the throw went 140, 140, 91 to leave 130 after 9. Doesn't get a go, loses the match. Hold my dart, son.
60.
Josh's face was a picture.
Time.
Nickname Stealth is Josh. I think we should change it to Snarl. A week of growling at the board. Corrine down to 158 after 12. Been a good scoring leg here from James.
60.
60. So 2 visits if required for Corrine to get a first leg on the board. Here's the treble 20. Another one of those leaves double 19.
139.
$60.
Three.
140 then for James. Well, there's 1/3 of it. Oh, needed the other treble for double 10. It's a bit of pressure now on this double 8. It's a big leg.
M1.
No problem for Corrine Hammond. It's cool as a cucumber. She closes the deficit to just 1 now, and it's James to throw first in leg 4, still with that all-important breaker throw.
$125.
96.
James, of course, did have a
180.
oh, that's I was going to say, had a 180 in leg 1. He's now hit his second in leg 4.
96.
Ton.
To 96 after 9, potential 11 darter.
$99.
No real pressure on the 96. Certainly won't be going double. Be disappointed with that.
Yeah.
That first dart was the perfect marker for the treble 20.
Oh, then 28.
So 18 tops. To go within 1 of joining Lee Cox on 8 points. And that is a very, very tidy leg from James Richardson. It was completed in just 14 darts. 3-1 the lead. Corrine very much in the position Fallon found herself in, having to win the remaining 3 legs. So away
140.
to start it. James averaging just over 92. Corrine averaging just shy of 84.
$60.
Ton.
$41.
Well, 81 points adrift here, James Richardson on the Corrine Hammond throw. And he needs the 1 leg.
96.
Get it done here, of course, be very useful for the leg difference. Although the main priority is to finish in
82.
one of the 2 spots at the top to qualify for tomorrow night's final. Fabulous day for Colin Osborne today. Well, it's been a great couple of days.
40.
Won 4 out of 5 yesterday, won 5 out of 5 today. Went through the card unbeaten. Some very, very tidy stuff along the way. This is great from Corrine.
138.
That leaves tops. She's certainly not handing this one to James on a plate. 15. 55 left. I understand the idea of that. If you hit the 25, you can go tops, which he loves. And that's why, because he does love tops, and that's a great 105 finish and a great way of going about it. And James Richardson wins match number 2 and goes back to the top of the table. Up next, Fallon Sherrock up against Matty Dennant. Good evening and welcome back for match number 3 of 10. We have to bring you Fallon Sherrock, 26 from Milton Keynes, up against the Scholar Dennant, 29 from Walsall, a former practice partner of mine back in the day. James Richardson back to the top on 8 points plus 9 leg difference. Lee Cox 8 points plus 5.
It's Fallon throwing first. Game on.
93.61 average in the last one for James Richardson. Corrine Hammond, a very respectable 83. 66% on his doubles. Winning legs of 16, 16, 14 and 15. Briefly went missing in the middle. Well, finished it off with that lovely 105. Bullseye 15 tops. James, one of the players that if he's on 80 will go tops with 3 darts in hand. So I presume the method there in his madness was if he hits a 25 he can go tops. A route I have been known to take myself.
59.
This is most definitely a must-win match for Matty if he has any aspirations of catching James or Lee. Fallon, of course, already played one of her 4 matches this evening,
It's for 46.
so she can only reach 8 points if she wins the remaining 3.
96.
With Matty on 4, it's just about in with an
140.
outside chance, but of course we'll have to go through the card unbeaten.
105.
It was a very slow start for him last night. But 9-8 for an instant break of throw. Dublin was
2.
the main cause of the problem at the start of his matches yesterday. He seemed to sort it out in his 3rd and 4th game, but that's a great start for him, a 17 dart break of throw. We'll start leg number 2.
Tom.
$60.
$81.
One, two, three.
Matt won this tie last night, 4-1.
$60.
$65. $40.
Fortunately, point not touching the board.
$61.
$60.
140.
On 40.
So 52 for the instant breakback for Fallon. That leaves double 8,
2.
and that is the instant breakback. So a 17 dart breaker throw in leg 1 is matched by Fallon in leg 2. So we're back on throw, and Fallon to throw first in leg number 3.
$120.
Okay. Hit 2 180s in the opening match.
Done.
$56.
Again,
97.
unable to generate the required lift with her opening dart to find the treble 20.
Done.
Bit of lift there from Matty.
$39.
$59.
$41.
A chance for Matty. Needs to find trebles. There's one of them.
96.
Down to the easier finish of the two. Another one of those for double 14.
100.
Row 6. You've seen one of those tonight from Lee Cox. Double 18. He went this way. One of them hit the double at the end. 48 for Fallon for 2-1. Well, that'll work. Double 8. Exhibition stuff.
So, in 3.
And it's a holder throw in the end from Fallon. She apologises. Don't know what for. And it's a double finish for Fallon, and she takes a 2-1 lead. Bit of pressure on Matty now. He has the darts in leg number 4.
On 40.
So first holder throw there in leg 3 for Fallon.
On 40.
So starting leg 4 with 140s.
60.
$41.
Done.
$90.
Cover shot on the 51 to leave 230. It's always a handy number to be on. A straight 60 leaves you 170, and the ton leaves you a nice shot at 130. 180 leaves you 50.
140.
So 101. 44 left. That leaves double 16.
In 3.
And yet another ton plus finish. This time it's for Matty Dennant, and he does level things up at 2 apiece. 2 breaks a throw, been followed by 2 holds a throw, and it's Fallon to throw first in leg 5.
$39.
$43.
$140.
Fallon's fourth 140.
6.
Matty Dennant on 2. Matt in front 9-3 in the scores of between a
100.
ton and 139.
Done.
40 points in front plus these.
$58.
Players now averaging in and around the mid 80s. Oops.
76.
So 6 darts if required.
$42.
Just when she didn't need a visit like that, she finds 42. Leaves the door ajar
Done.
for Matt Dennant. He hits a ton to leave a much more doable 86. Treble 18 and ball.
56.
Should have stayed there with her third dart to leave 32. If she'd have hit a treble 18, that leaves double 16.
54.
Both on the wire. Made the adjustment. Just didn't sneak in. Double 18.
18 left.
So 22 for a breaker throw, and it's a great time
Come on.
for a breaker throw because Matty Dennant now will have the darts in leg 6. He's only 1 leg away from doing the double over Fallon and moving to within 2 points of those two on top of the table. Matty to throw first, leg 6.
$81.
$140.
Done.
$140.
$40.
Trading 140s back to back for Fallon.
140.
3 140s in the leg, in a leg she had to win. 140 here for Matty will force her into having to take out this 81. 16 and ball. Oh, it's a great recovery dart, unfortunate. It fell out of the 16, denying her a dart at the double. But Matty's left tops after 12. It's a great guide.
And 2.
And picks off the tops for a 14 darter, a holder throw, and it is a 4-2 win, and he does move on to 6 points. Okay, up next, James Richardson up against Lee Cox, a top of the table clash. Welcome back to match number 4 of 10 tonight. We will find which 2 players join Mike Warburton, Colin Osborne and Ben Hazel in tomorrow night's final, which starts at 9:30. These 2 are in pole position. They both are on 8 points. Both starting tonight's action off with a win. James Richardson is just in front, +3 in the leg difference. The match last night was a one-sided one. It was 4-0 to James Richardson. And that was the only match that Lee Cox lost last night. Good win for Matty Dennant in the last match, an 88 average, 4-2. He is in 3rd spot.
100.
So he's going to have to win all of his matches tonight and hope that the results go his way.
Con.
$77.
$240.
James Richardson averaged 92.49 in their meeting last night. He said it was very comprehensive.
Con.
$85.
Thank you for your continued support. The Online Darts YouTube channel. Tomorrow night will see us hit the 500,000 view marker. May even happen tonight.
54.
James Richardson in complete control of this opening leg.
60.
Opening match. He survived a great fight back from Fallon. Went out in 15 darts in the end. Ended up with an average of just over 87.
Agree.
18 dart holder throw for James Richardson. Steady enough start, a worrying start for Lee, but we know he can hold it all together when it matters, as he did in the opening match against Fallon. So it's Lee to throw first in the opening leg.
$58.
$180.
Maybe into falling into that trap of just trying a little bit too hard against James.
100.
Said it was the only player to beat Lee last night.
180.
He's on fire again. He's on for the 9. He actually did this on Wednesday against his son after hitting the 9 on the Monday. I thought he was going to do it again on the Wednesday.
$95.
What's important now is just to win the leg and get the breaker throw.
177.
So super visit.
$30.
He took out 106, of course, against Fallon in the third leg. Treble 18 for double 16. Not this time.
58.
So back James comes. Double 8.
And 2.
Finds it. It's a 14 dart breaker throw to go with the 18 dart holder throw in leg 1. James Richardson in control. 2-0 up, and will throw first in leg number 3.
$95.
James Richardson averaging 94.
100.
Cox a little off the pace of his opening game, averaging 83.
93.
James Richardson, of course, playing well within himself at the moment.
140.
Hit back-to-back 180s in the second leg of the match against Fallon to break the throw. Too far adrift here, only 48.
55.
$139.
Instantly back in control of the leg and the match. Well,
180.
unless your opponent does that. Topsy once.
34.
Very, very close. Probably thought that was in. Double 13 to go out in 13 darts.
In 1.
And that was a great comeback. 206 in 4 darts, the 180, the double 13, but more importantly, it's a breaker throw, and it's now only 2-1, and he has the darts in leg 4. James did have a dart, of course, for 3-0.
95.
That was a super breaker throw. 95 to start leg 4, which which is pretty much around where his average is.
180.
Turning into a really good scoring encounter. That's the third 180 for James. About a 180 and a 177 from Lee.
125.
Very nearly another 180.
Turn.
He's playing well. He certainly does make it look so easy. James Richardson.
60.
When we had a bit of normality, he was prolific in all the open tournaments, the local knockouts.
134.
You always see him in a tournament somewhere around the country.
$140.
Massive supporter of our armed forces, of course. There's a lot of charity work. Help for Heroes.
12 left.
And Lee step in.
Oh yeah. Look at your score.
James Richardson. Actually, our spotter was correct. It was James that looked at Lee's score. He wants tops.
61.
A reprieve for Richardson. One double four, and he does like double four.
8 left.
Chances aplenty for both.
Okay, 4.
Three double one.
Yeah, into.
And that's why a few players opt to go that way. Not my chosen route, that's for sure. But it gets the job done, and Lee Cox levels things up at 2 apiece, and it's James to throw in leg 5.
$58.
Ended up being a 20 dart to throw. Richardson discounted,
46.
would have been on a 12. All adds to the drama, of course.
101.
Dennant and Corrine Hammond up next. That will be match number 5 of 10.
45.
$140.
$60.
Yeah, 42.
This match really has blown hot and cold.
81.
Bad. A 14 and a 13 with two 180s, a 177 and a 180
80.
from Lee, sandwiched in between a 18 and a 20 darter. You'll see
85.
James Richardson go tops here on 80.
In 3.
A hold of throw establishes another lead, this time 3-2 for James Richardson. Only needs the one more leg. Lee has to win both of the remaining 2 legs to get a win here and 2 points.
One, 2, 5.
$96.
$58.
$40.
$100.
Straight ton, no good here. So looking at a 519 shot minimum. 7 is a bonus.
133.
Leaves 132.
$96.
132 for the match. That leaves 107, and it's a great marker. Oh, unfortunately, couldn't find the treble 19. 88 left.
80 left. 52.
So 122. This might have to go. It took 80 out in the previous leg.
42.
Both on 80. It's Richardson gets first dibs. Oh dear.
20.
That's the risk. Pretty sure Lee. Yeah. A raise of the eyebrows. Double 10. Say sometimes conventional is best. 20 and tops for James to do the double over Lee Cox. Go to the top of the table on 10 points.
In 2.
And that's exactly what's happened. Wraps it up with a 17 dart break of throw. 4-0 last night, 4-2 tonight, and James Richardson goes to the top of the table. We're going to be back pretty much straight away with Matty Dennant against Corrine Hammond. Welcome back for match number 5 of 10. This is a big one for Matty Dennant. A win here will take him on to 8 points with Lee Cox, who currently
It's Matt throwing first.
is sat in second position. Don't forget, it's the top 2 that join Warby, Colin Osborne and Ben Hazel in tomorrow night's final at 9:30. The 5-player field will decide week 3 champion to join Scott Marsh, Chaz Barstow
60.
on the winners roster.
$84.
$140.
This is a really big game.
Ton.
$95.
Matt won their meeting last night, 4-2.
55.
$100.
Only applying pressure on the Dennant throw here is Corrine Hammond.
96.
$40.
Double 16.
93.
Would have rescued the situation, but still a break of throw opportunity.
Oh, Corrine.
Oh,
26.
Come on.
an unforced error there prevented Corrine Hammond getting a dart at tops for a break of throw. But it's just a hold of throw in the end for Matty, and it's Corrine to throw first in leg 2.
$140.
Superstar. To leg 3.
47.
$140.
Back to back 140s.
$96.
Corrine was capable, of course, in her final match of the night against James Richardson, who was unbeaten until that point. And Corrine, oh, it was a
$180.
blistering display. Ended up with an average of nearly
140.
91.5, 91.44. I think the exact average was. Here's a possibility of an 11 dart leg, double 16.
Oh. 25.
No drama, she scores so well in the leg. She's a mile in front.
27.
Late for his 13 darter.
Nice goal.
95.
So really make sure this time clips the wire.
Oh, no, it's wrong.
And busts. Absolutely incredible. 140, 140, 180. Matty Dennant wants double 18. To really pinch one.
3.
Oh dear, that will hurt. That's an 18 dart breaker throw. It was never ever in the leg. Fortunately for Corrine, she couldn't put it away. And now trails 2-0. Matty Dennant to throw first in leg 3. That is an absolute horror leg to lose for Corrine. Still got a smile on her face, but inside she must be absolutely tamping.
$180.
Certainly nothing wrong with the scoring at the moment.
Done.
180 in the last leg. 180 in this one.
$140.
5 darts in.
$140.
Once again, 180 and a 140 in the leg.
60.
$45.
Bullseye.
9.
Clipped the wire. It's that close, you could audibly hear the dart ping the bullseye wire. She surely can't not win this leg. She's only going to get one dart, a double 4.
21.
Wow. Well, this would be a disaster if Matty can convert, because she'd be 3-0 down.
60.
She gets another chance. Certainly doesn't deserve to lose either of the last 2 legs, never mind both, and that won't happen as she hits double 1 to stop the rot. It's becoming a doubling disaster, but it's a breaker throw and she has the darts here in leg 4 to level things up.
$81.
$62.
2 trebles, just the wrong ones.
$140.
$60.
Range 34.
$97.
$134.
So 112, 4 back-to-back legs. And you could be in control of this match.
38.
The scoring phase. She's absolutely outstanding at the moment.
60.
74 to level things up. That's 2 apiece. 20 for tops. There's the 20,
In 3.
and there's the tops. That's more like it. And that was an 18 dart holder throw, and we are back on throw at 2 apiece. It's Matty Dennant to throw first in leg number 5. So a hold and a break from Matty, was then backed up with a break and a hold from Corrine. Certainly been scoring the better of the two. Missed multiple darts, of course, in leg 2.
58.
After being on a potential 11.
55.
46.
So a few on the floor.
40.
There not been real banks out. It's where he's thrown the dart identically, and it's just no room for
96.
darts going the board. Just clattering off of it, and it's taking the impetus out of the dart. It's taking the weight out of the dart.
46.
115.
2.
'Great chance
58.
for Corrine. She was in with a great shout to potentially break throw.
Sixty-four.
20 and pull.
56.
76. It's very edgy. Double 8. Oh, that's a great finish under pressure. With Corrine sat on 72. So it's Matty that does take a 3-2 lead. Maximum of 2 legs remain. Corrine has to win them both.
Forty.
85.
43.
90. 95.
$180.
180, number 3 for Corrine.
140.
Got a reply from Matty Dennant. Said it's a must-win match. You can almost sense he's fully aware of that.
80.
Uh, 37.
Double 19.
M3.
Had a go at this earlier. This time, no mistake at all. A 158, second highest finish of the week. Only bettered by Lee Cox, of course, with that 160. So it's 3 apiece, and it's Matt Dennant to throw in the deciding leg. A super 180 in the leg, and then the 158.
96. Tom.
Oh, 43.
One 37.
This has been a tidy leg under pressure.
Nine five.
$44.
People enjoying the darts all over the world, including my pal Yogi over in Spain, enjoying the night with the darts on. He does a
60.
bit of DIY at home. $64. Went for the 48 for double 8.
$45.
32 to wrap it up. Oh dear. He's
27.
left 5.
$58.
122. This can go wrong. And there you go. So we'll go in a bit Pete Tong. No one likes to be left 5. She's had a 158. Can't take the 144.
124.
Although, no, that's real pressure now on the 5. There's the 1.
Oh, you're joking.
Double 8. Round touched 25 to 1 in this leg.
M3.
And Corrine gets the win. Almost just about right when you think about the missed starts at doubles early on, but Fallon is up next against top of the tables James Richardson. Welcome back for match number 6 of 10. The man on 10 points, James Richardson, is up against Fallon Sherrock. He's having a tough old time with it right now. 2 points. Great win for Corrine. The last one is on 4 points.
It's
Matt
Fallon
Dennant
going first.
on 6 points. Lee Cox on 8. And James Richardson on 10. James Richardson
99.
threw the card on Monday. Colin Osborne did it today. Mike Warburton did it on Tuesday and Wednesday.
60.
Can James Richardson do the double this week? Looking in a great position
85.
to qualify for tomorrow night's final. Second spot still up for grabs.
Turn.
James
90.
won this tie last night 4-0. Handed out a couple of bagels last night.
57.
One to Lee Cox, the other to Fallon.
Forty-two.
$83.
$65 left. Should be the ball.
145.
Shoot your tops. Perfect setup shot.
$80.
$20.
$25 left. 96.
Now are you missing the ball on the 1-2-1? Oh dear. 1-2-2 or 3-1.
In 3.
And finds the double one and takes the leg with the darts the long way round. James Richardson narrowly missing the ball there on the 1-2-1 finish, but it's James to throw first in leg 2.
$58.
$100.
Turn.
James Richardson has one more match to play after this one.
$96.
$60.
$59.
135.
Make a throw. It's most definitely on here for Fallon.
180.
What a time to find a max exactly when you need it. Double 18 for 2-0.
30.
Double 8 for a holder throw. Two twos.
In 3.
Ooh, left it late, but finds the double 2 and levels things up at 1 apiece. There was an opportunity there though for Fallon to move 2-0 ahead. She's much desperate for a win tonight. It's Fallon to throw first in leg 3. Both holds a throw. Could have
59.
been 2 breaks a throw for either player.
One 134.
$96.
140.
$58.
180.
Second 180 in the match for James.
43.
3.
And James Richardson takes out the double 16 for a break of throw, a 12 darter. Best leg of the night so far. And James Richardson looking to take control in leg 4. And should find himself 2 legs up if he holds throw.
$97.
60.
12.
140.
41.
43.
96.
Averages tonight for James Richardson of 93.61 and an 88. He's averaging just over 90 in this one. Solid enough stuff.
$25 left.
Very, very close to the 167. Would be the highest average of the week. No prize on it, but maybe could have given him a badge or something.
74.
Would it look nice on the old montage? Double 4.
17.
So 1, 2, 4 for Fallon. Can she pinch one?
5. 84.
2 twos.
2 darts.
Well, it ended up 20 darter that one, missing the ball for a 15. But it is a 3-1 lead. Yet again, Fallon finds herself on the back foot.
$100.
140.
Always seemed to have the answer in this match.
59.
134.
81.
123.
97.
32.
So 164 might have to go. Treble 18 leaves the ball.
96.
So 72 to make it 3 out of 3. 2 12s.
Game 2.
And a lovely clean finish and a 14 darter to finish things off, and that's a 4-1 win for James Richardson, 3 out of 3, and he takes his place in tomorrow night's final. We're going to be back with Matt Dennant against Lee Cox. Good evening and welcome back to match number 7 of 10. Matty Dennant against Lee Cox. Matty Dennant, 4 to 11 favourite, 2 to 1. About Lee Cox. James Richardson is confirmed.
Matt throwing first. Game on.
If Lee wins the match, that confirms him,
137.
joining James in tomorrow night's final. If Matt wins, he joins Lee on 8 points, and they both have
125.
1 match each to play after this one.
$60.
Still a few permutations.
118.
Last night, this was the point that Matty started to play some of his best darts.
29.
$60.
81.
$100.
98.
And 2.
And that's a breaker throw straight away for Lee Cox. And that's instantly put Matty Dennant on the back foot. I did say 2 to 1 appeared to be a little bit too big from what we've seen tonight. And it's Lee Cox to throw first in leg 2.
$100.
14 darter there for Lee to break throw.
Tom.
$100.
Tom.
Trading tons.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
$140.
$135.
To 43 after just 12. 14 darter in leg 1. Could be
97.
followed by a 14 darter in leg 2. 3 tops, 2 10s,
And 3.
and the 14 darter is followed by a 15 dart holder throw. This time for Lee Cox, and takes a 2-0 lead. A win here, of course, guarantees his spot in tomorrow night's final.
$85.
$60. $
96.
Has has to hold through here. Matty Dennant.
140.
$96.
100.
Done.
That was a very, very important final dart. 124 means he only needs one treble in the combination.
100.
There's going to be pressure on it. If he has the option of the ball, he's got to go for it. There's the treble 20. There's the 14. Needs the button.
3.
Bangs in the button to hold throw in 15 darts with that 124 checkout. Lee Cox was poised on the 101 to possibly move 3-0 up. As it is, still has the breaker throw, still in front 2-1, and will start leg 4. But that was a wonderful shot from Matty Dennant. So hope that gives him
99.
a little bit of confidence. Averages at the moment 102 for Lee,
127.
96 for Matt. Much better performance.
140.
$93.
80.
$59.
The expats over in
58,
Spain
sorry.
absolutely loving the darts. Another message from a, well, it wouldn't be an expat with a name like Dave O'Toole. Presume he's possibly Irish. Glad you're enjoying the action. A much needed distraction right now.
Done.
We have people messaging us from Australia, America, Canada, Spain, New Zealand,
And 2.
and that is a 14 dart holder throw with a very clean 86 finish there from Lee Cox, and he moves 3-1 up. The more I keep staring at that odds of 2-1, the more it makes me shake my head. Well, Matty Dennant's got plenty to shake his head about. He's 3-1 down. Winning legs in this match so far for Lee Cox. 14, 15 and 14. He's averaging 104.
92.
Matty Dennant had that lovely 124 on the ball, which was a 15 darter. He's averaging 96.
41.
$77.
Finishing has been outstanding. 100% for Matty Dennant. 75% for Lee Cox. 3 out of 4.
$140.
$100.
Great turn. All 3 darts. All over the treble 20 and only one was in it.
40.
$44.
84.
Disappointment in this leg for Lee.
82.
That's a 17 dart holder throw, but disappointment won't last long if he can hold throw here in leg number 6. He does hold a 3-2 lead, and he's just one away from guaranteeing his spot in tomorrow night's final. Longest leg of the match so far. Last one.
100.
A 17 darter. First to admit, didn't know too
81.
much about Lee Cox coming into this one. Had a little bit of a look at his Q school form. Had a bit of a chat with him beforehand. Massively inexperienced, of course. Up to the
134.
players, especially in this group.
$100.
Still maintaining an average of around about a ton. This is Matt Dennant's best performance of the night. He's averaging just over 96. Treble 17. He does have the highest finish of the week so far with 160. Can he trump that with a 161 on the pool?
Yeah, 42 left.
Well, the weight of dart wasn't particularly bad, but the line was a little bit suspect. Another one of those for double 16. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is so unlucky. He's just slipped in to the treble 7, denying him a double 16 to save it. 2 tops or 10 double 16.
Yeah.
He was doing everything in his power last night to leave tops tonight. Double 16's been his friend. Winning legs of 14, 15, 14 and 14. An end average of just shy of a ton. And congratulations to Lee Cox. He joins James Richardson in tomorrow night's final. We're going to be back in literally 1 minute with Corrine Hammond against Fallon Sherrock. Welcome back to match number 8 of 10. This one, that's ladies' night. Corrine Hammond against Fallon Sherrock. Great friends, of course, these two. Play pairs together. Last night's clash saw Fallon run out a 4-1 winner. And She's 8 to 15 favourite. 11 to 8 about Corrine Hammond. 3 more matches, including this one. Up next is James Richardson against Matt Dennant, and then Lee Cox versus Corrine in our final match. But our lineup for tomorrow night's final starting at 9:30. Mike Warburton, Colin Osborne, Ben Hazel, James Richardson
45.
and Lee Cox. 10 matches to ring you, all best of 7, first to 4.
100.
And week 3 champion will be crowned. Prior to that, at 6 o'clock of course, we'll be having a look back at the week. And look ahead to the final. And have a special section of players you'd like to see involved in the
96.
Online Darts Live League, and then we'll have a quick look ahead to next week's Premier League. Starts on Monday, Sky Sports, 7 p.m. on PDC
44.
TV, I do believe. Opening match. Nathan Aspinall against Glenn Durrant. 2 players searching for some kind of confidence. That's at 6 o'clock
137.
tomorrow night on the Online Darts YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Give us a thumbs up if you like, or a thumbs down if you don't. Eventful week so far. Father and son duke it out to a 9-darter. 100 averages. Aplenty. Lots and lots of 10+ finishes.
42.
We've certainly had shocks and surprises. If you pick those 5 finalists out on
58.
Monday, you need to lend me a crystal ball.
40.
20 and tops for Fallon for a break of throw.
Forty.
She plays with a smile on her face, Corrine.
58.
I think that's in.
In 2.
It found the corner, certainly did. And Corrine Hammond loses the leg, and she started that one. So it's a breaker throw for Fallon. She needs 1-0, and we'll have the darts in leg 2. She's a lovely personality, is Corrine. Typically Aussie, fiercely competitive.
100.
Very, very funny lass.
93.
$100.
2 tons to start leg 2 for Fallon.
55. 58.
The odds of the last two games, if you're
50.
into a short price double, 4 to 6 James Richardson and 1 to 3 Lee Cox to beat Corrine Hammond.
60.
Tempted to that awful saying, printing money. Mm.
1, 2, 3.
Tidy leg from Fallon down to 118 after 12.
93.
$94.
47.
Nice score.
150. Alright. At the 619s, double 18 route.
19. Oh.
And missed doubles from Fallon Sherrock, and Corrine steps in. One old leg that one. I lost count in the end, but it's one apiece. 2 breaks the throw, and it's Corrine to throw first in leg 3. It wasn't too shocking. It was a 21 dart breaker throw.
$100.
59.
180.
First max of the match. Who gets the first max from Fallon? Of course, she hit 2 back to back in the opening match.
37.
40.
60.
125.
25 left.
Very close to the ball finish. third breaker throw on the spin, and it is an 18 dart breaker throw for Fallon this time. And now she leads 2-1. Now she has the darts in leg 4. Will we get a holder throw? Did have the 180, of course.
100. $59.
$47.
$81.
$85.
$57.
Only 65 adrift. Got to be careful here, of course. A straight ton will be of no use.
45.
$100.
$100.
$16 left.
Whoa. Whoa, 33.
No
Not
score.
bad. So Corrine does get a chance. Does she go aggressive or does she go bull? She's gone bull. That leaves 66. That leaves the bull. Oh, there was plenty of room. Very, very unlucky on the bullseye. All round it.
Into
That is eventually a holder throw. The first one of the match. It goes to Fallon. She now leads 3-1. Maximum of 3 legs to play. Corrine Hammond has to win them all.
$59.
$99.
This is Fallon's final game, of course. Still to come. James Richardson against Matt Dennant. D. Cox
140.
against Corrine. That will complete our
60.
3 groups for the week. We are back tomorrow night, as I said, at 9:30 for the final group to crown our weekly champion.
Oh.
And then
69.
9:30, Paul Nicholson will be back in the hot seat, taking you through all the action. There's a great lineup of players. More about that tomorrow.
Oh God, 46. Here we go.
$99.
Expected these two to have a
60.
really good match. I think they'll be really comfortable playing each other.
46.
And 40.
Certainly got her back in the leg. $18 and ball.
61.
And yet again, clips the ball wire. 96 for the match for Fallon. Treble 20, double 18. Will she go for the double or will she chase the treble? Oh, she's chased the treble and hit it, double 8.
Yeah.
Brilliant ending to the match. A 96 checkout in 18 darts. And Fallon takes the win 4-1. More of a consolation than anything. Up next, James Richardson, tonight's champion, up against Matt Dennant. to our penultimate match of Group C. James Richardson, a man who topped tonight's table. He's up against Dennant, who was in with an outside chance earlier. Went down to a very, very good Lee Cox 4-2, averaged 99.04. And I'm afraid it was out of his hands.
It's James throwing first. Game on.
And that was enough to see. Lee Cox joined James Richardson into tomorrow's final. It will be Colin Osborne, Ben Hazel. James won this tie last night, 4-3. Pressure may be off Matty a little bit here. We may see the best version of him. Oh, in fairness,
59.
James Richardson has certainly got the gears in his locker. Very much like Monday,
Done.
he's been a dominant force tonight. In here,
92.
we'll see him make it 4 out of 4.
40.
There's a couple of groups. I think Ben Hazel and Lee Cox have definitely been the surprise package, more than aware of what Colin Osborne, Mark Warburton and James Richardson can produce.
Second dart.
James has just produced a 14 dart holder throw in leg 1. Matty Dennant will be throwing first in leg 2.
$43.
$60.
The final match will be Lee Cox against Corrine Hammond.
All in one.
Corin's played some cracking stuff tonight in bits. Not a lot of reward.
$80.
$140.
Done.
$78.
Done.
And 3.
And a great finish to the end of the leg for Matt Dennant there, levelling things up at 1 apiece. James Richardson still has the darts in this match, only has to hold throw to get a further 2 points. Matty Dennant has to find a break from somewhere. Will it be in leg 3?
180.
Maybe not.
$57.
$135.
Oh, very, very close. The reaction. James Richardson, he thought it was in. He wants another crack at that 9.
60.
$60.
Just really does go through spells where I just don't think he's going to miss.
$44.
In 3.
That's a 12 dart holder throw this time for James Richardson. It takes his overall average in excess of 100. Not for the first time tonight. Matty Dennant, again, got it all to do here.
$84.
$180.
Here he goes again.
$45.
He's nicknamed Ruthless. At the moment, it's Relentless. Average is climbing and climbing, and yet again, narrowly misses the 6th dart into a 9. He's desperate to leave that 141.
Done.
He's done it once tonight.
Done.
12 darter in leg 3. He's on a potential 11 in leg 4. The average
130.
continues to climb. 108.7 right now.
$26 left.
Narrowly misses. The double 13.
90.
For 3-1.
Second dart.
And that's a great guide. That's a great 14 dart breaker throw for James Richardson. 3-1 up. 1 leg away from making it a clean sweep in tonight's group. Winning legs of 14, 12 and 14 for James Richardson. Average of 105.17.
140.
Matty Dennant just getting absolutely blown away here.
57.
$45.
We're human, after all.
$95.
$85.
81.
To 150. Now finishing it off.
77.
Blaze of glory. 3 balls.
134.
Super darts. This has been a really good performance. Maybe a couple of technical issues. Just waiting for
Scoreboard's gone off.
Okay, gents, we'll be right in.
1 second. We'll be straight back. It's just a small technical issue with our electronic scoring system. All sorted. Apologies for that.
Done.
So, double 8 to finish off a blinder.
Eight.
Isn't that always the way? 17, treble 17 leaves double 8.
23.
And Matty Dennant breaks throw with a saver on that 72, 5, treble 17, double 8. So we've got at least one more leg to play in this match, and Matty Dennant has the darts in leg 6.
One, 3, 7.
$83.
Any one of those doubles for James, and he would have finished the match with
Done.
100 plus average. Did have one last night, of course, against Fallon.
Done. $85.
Needs a 140 or similar
85.
just to get back in touch. A little bit of a cushion here for Matty.
99.
One, 2, 5.
Matty be fully aware of this kind of form. James is more within his range to knock that 108 about. Tops to take us to a decider.
60.
Awesome. Put the mockers on this one with my short price double.
5.
In one.
Don't call me Jinxie Joe for now, you know. So we somehow find ourselves at 3 apiece. It was a totally dominant performance by James Richardson, but it's James that gets the throw in the decider.
77.
Back-to-back legs for Matty Dennant in 18 and 16. 10 points difference in the averages, 95 plays 85. Find herself at 3-all.
One, three, four.
This is why we love the darts.
180.
Matty Dennant finds his first 180 of the match. Timing in sport
Ton.
is absolutely everything.
$96.
$96.
Oh, it's in the balance, this one. $94 for James Richardson. You think he has to go the ball. It's a 25. Leave himself 69. Should get one dart at the ball. 94 he wants. Risky business. Forces him into going double-double. Well, for 3 on the spin.
Two.
Oh, that's incredible. 3 legs on the spin. He was averaging well in excess of 100 there, James Richardson, in absolute control. And it's just fell out of his hands. Anyway, one more match to bring you. Lee Cox against Corrine Hammond. Good evening and welcome back to our final match of the night. Corrine Hammond up against Lee Cox. Here's Lee. Be in tomorrow night's final in a bit of a surprise package. Only people within the county system.
It's Lee trying first. Game on.
Not a first-hand experience. We've seen him at Q School, of course, a couple of times. Obviously
100.
spent a lot of time on the practice board. Did recover a few years ago from quite a horrendous back surgery.
62.
And like a lot of people,
100.
started a new business. Ultimately, struggled. Well, we all went into lockdown. As said, he's on the road to recovery with that, and the business is picked up. As lockdown has eased. Very, very nice fella.
60.
Enjoyed his company over the past few days. He's a Chelsea fan and plays for London.
55.
Nothing in this one, as you can see.
$94.
$59.
92 then, to win the opening leg with the darts.
$60.
He won 3 out of 4 yesterday. Wins this one. Do exactly the same.
$58.
Only defeat yesterday came at the hands of James Richardson. That looks like the case tonight if he can get a win against Corrine. He's made the ideal start, winning the first leg with the darts. Corrine to throw first in leg 2.
$99.
It's our
60.
85th match of the week. And the final 10 will be tomorrow night.
57.
We'll join Scott Marsh and Chaz Barstow. They were the week 1 and week 2 winners. Who's going to be crowned week 3 champion?
24.
Will it be this man? Will it be Warby? Will it be Ben Hazel? Will it be Colin Osborne? Or will it be James Richardson?
$46.
$96.
Don't forget, if you're just joining us, before tomorrow's 9:30 PM kickoff for the final, myself and Phil Bars will be doing our online darts live league review and preview show. We'll be having a look back and a look ahead to the final, look back at the week's action.
52 left.
We'll be looking at next week's lineup. We'll be having a bit of Premier League chat. And then we'll be taking your suggestions for players to play in our on Darts Live League. You've got a couple of old legends that you'd like to see back on the hockey. Double six.
Me too.
Well, they all count. Tops and double six for a breaker throw and a 2-0 lead. He's so good on the doubles he can hit two at once. And it's Lee to throw first in leg 3.
$100.
$59.
Probably 81.
All the players this week, despite some maybe not performing to their best, have had a absolutely great time. The players
140.
experience playing under the lights for the very first time. Did themselves very well. It's great to see. Les Wallace, of course,
80.
even it was only for the first 3 days. Les is back to good health, thankfully. It was just a tummy bug. Great to see Andy Jenkins step in for a couple of days. Unfortunately, Andy couldn't progress to the finals.
100. $44.
Six for tops or 14 for double 16. She's missed a big number.
74.
Oh, she'd be punished. 96 for Lee. There's the 60. Double 9.
3.
He's finishing tonight at times. It's been absolutely outstanding. And that's a 3-0 lead for Lee Cox. Corrine Hammond to throw first in leg 4.
$100.
She's suffering with tiredness like the rest of us. All a little bit jaded. It's been a very long week,
45.
especially for James Richardson. He was here Monday, won all of his 5 matches and looked absolutely nailed on to go through.
100.
Warburton had absolutely none of it. He was unbeaten for 2 days,
100.
pushing James Richardson off the top spot. Only the one player goes through from our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning group. James Richardson has played all 5 sessions. fresher than I do.
180.
First of the match. Perfect timing.
Ah, 44.
I'm free.
And Lee Cox gets it done. 4-0. And congratulations to him and James Richardson. Right, we're back tomorrow at 6 o'clock for our preview show on the Online Darts YouTube channel, and then we'll be back for the final at 9:30 p.m. We'll see you, well, a little bit later on.